long before modern religion, long before deserts became cities, ancient Arab tribes feared beings made not of flesh, nor shadow, but smokeless fire. They lived in abandoned wells, lonely dunes, ruined cities, and the dark spaces between our world and theirs. Today, on Ancienta, we uncover the true history of one of the most powerful supernatural beings ever imagined, the Djinn. The earliest stories of Djinn come from pre-Islamic Arabia, in a time when the desert was endless, and the night was a place of fear. Nomadic tribes believed the world was home to invisible beings who existed long before humans. These spirits were neither angels nor gods. They were something else. Something wild, unpredictable, and ancient. Djinn lived in abandoned places, desolate valleys, deserts with no end, caves where sunlight never reached, and crossroads where fate itself changed direction. The belief was simple. If a place felt empty, silent, or strange, it belonged to the Djinn, and disturbing them meant danger. Ancient texts describe humans as made of clay, angels made of light, and Djinn made of smokeless fire. Smokeless fire. Not like the fire we know, but a supernatural energy, burning without heat, without smoke, without form. Because of this, Djinn can shapeshift, turn invisible, travel long distances instantly, pass through solid objects, appear in dreams, and even mimic human voices. Their nature is fluid. They can be wind, flame, a shadow, or a living creature. But above all, the Djinn have something that no angels possess: free will. They can choose good or evil. Hundreds of years before Islam, tribes across Arabia offered sacrifices to Djinn, hoping for protection from storms, sickness, and evil spirits. Poets in ancient Arabia often claimed their inspiration came from a Djinn companion, a spirit who whispered verses into their ears at night. Travelers swore they heard footsteps behind them in the desert, stones thrown from nowhere, whispers carried by the wind, laughter echoing across empty dunes. Some Djinn were believed to be guides who led travelers to water. Others misled wanderers into deadly sandstorms. But one rule existed among all tribes: never travel alone at night, because the night belonged to the Djinn. Over time, mythology divided Djinn into several powerful kinds. These are the most feared and respected. 1. The Merid, the sea giants. The Merid are the strongest of all Djinn. Huge in size, proud in nature, and often associated with water. They live in oceans, deep wells, underwater ruins. Merid Djinn are the source of the classic wish-granting genie stories. But in older myths, they are dangerous and unpredictable, demanding heavy payment for any wish. 2. The Ifrit, the fire Djinn. Ifrits are born from pure flame. They are powerful, cunning, and often hostile toward humans. They dwell in volcanic caves, burning deserts, ruins destroyed by fire. Ifrits are known for their strength and their hatred of humanity. They can appear as gigantic winged creatures, burning shadows, or armored warriors made of fire. In Middle Eastern folklore, the Ifrit is the Djinn most likely to seek revenge or cause chaos. 3. The Ghoul, the flesh-eater. Ghouls are the most feared. They roam graveyards and deserts, feeding on flesh, human or animal. A ghoul can shapeshift into a hyena, a cat, a vulture, or even a beautiful woman, to lure travelers into traps. They guard abandoned ruins and feeding grounds. Anyone who enters rarely leaves alive. 4. The Sila, the clever shapeshifters. The Sila are among the rarest Djinn. Elegant, intelligent, and extremely skilled in magic. They can take any form, and they often interact with humans, sometimes to help, sometimes to deceive. They are neither good nor evil. They are unpredictable, like the desert wind. With the rise of Islam, the understanding of Djinn became clearer. They were described as a separate creation, living unseen, capable of belief or disbelief. Some follow their own religion. Some reject everything. Some live in tribes just like humans. Some marry, have children, and build communities. Islam also introduced powerful new concepts. Djinn can possess humans. Djinn can fall in love with humans. Djinn can whisper thoughts into the mind. Djinn can be exorcised. And some Djinn fear religious protection. The most famous Djinn in Islamic text is Iblis Shaitan, a Djinn who refused to bow before Adam and was cast out, becoming the ultimate figure of rebellion. This transformed Djinn from simple desert spirits into beings capable of moral choices, powerful alliances, and spiritual influence. According to ancient lore, humans and Djinn share the same world, but exist in different dimensions. We cannot see them, unless they choose to reveal themselves. Jinn live for thousands of years, and they remember their grudges. They interact with humans by haunting abandoned houses, whispering temptations, causing sleep paralysis, appearing in dreams, or protecting people they admire. Some serve as guardians. Others become enemies. Many folk stories tell of mothers placing salt, iron, or reciting prayers to protect children from jinn. Even today, in many parts of the Middle East and South Asia, people avoid whistling at night, pouring hot water outdoors, or entering deserted places without warning, all because jinn might be near. One of the most widely believed powers of jinn is possession. It is said that jinn can enter the human body through fear, trauma, anger, or even envy. Symptoms often described in folklore include sudden rage, hearing whispers, feeling watched, speaking languages never learned, or losing control of the body. In many cultures, healers and spiritual leaders perform exorcisms to communicate with the jinn, not to destroy them, but to negotiate. Some jinn leave peacefully. Some must be forced. Others refuse to go. For years, these stories continue even in the modern world. In villages, towns, and cities. As centuries passed, jinn evolved from ancient desert spirits to icons of global mythology. They appear in literature, horror films, occult studies, psychological stories, and urban legends across the Middle East. Some modern paranormal researchers describe jinn as beings living in a parallel dimension, with abilities beyond human understanding. Scientists dismiss the idea, but millions around the world believe otherwise. Even today, unexplained desert disappearances, shadow sightings, and strange whispers in abandoned places are blamed on the jinn. Perhaps the oldest beliefs survive because something continues to feed them. For thousands of years, the jinn have lived in our stories, our fears, and the silent corners of the night. They are beings of fire, thought, and will, neither angel nor demon, but something ancient and powerful. Whether they exist in unseen realms or only in human imagination, their influence on culture and mythology remains undeniable. If you want more explorations into forgotten gods, dark spirits, and ancient mysteries, subscribe to Ancienta and step deeper into the unseen world. The jinn are watching. They always have been.